There's a moment most of us know too well. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about all the ways your life could be different, better, more meaningful. You see people living the lives you dream about, and a quiet voice whispers, "That's not for people like me. You've been here before, haven't you?" You've launched yourself into ambitious transformations, the perfect morning routine, the complete lifestyle overhaul, the total reinvention. And for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, you felt unstoppable. Until you weren't. Until exhaustion crept in, life interrupted, and you found yourself right back where you started. Only now, with an extra layer of disappointment. But what if I told you that everything you've been taught about change is backwards? Here's what nobody tells you. Your brain isn't built for revolutions. It's built for evolution. Every time you try to transform overnight, you're fighting millions of years of biological programming designed to keep you safe, comfortable, and predictable. Your mind sees dramatic change as danger, and it will sabotage you every single time. Not because you lack willpower, not because you're not good enough, simply because that's how we're wired. So let's try something radical. Let's forget about transformation and focus on something so small it feels almost pointless. Imagine this. What if you got just 1% better today? Not perfect, not impressive, just 1% improved from yesterday. It sounds insignificant, doesn't it? Almost laughable. But here's where mathematics becomes poetry. When you improve by 1% each day for 365 days, you don't end up 365% better. You end up nearly 38 times better than where you began. That's not addition, that's multiplication. That's compound growth applied to the human experience. But let's be honest, in the moment, 1% looks like nothing. It's drinking one extra glass of water while the world tells you to do a juice cleanse. It's doing one push-up when Instagram shows six-pack transformations. It's reading 2 pages when everyone's posting their finished book collections. There's no drama, no before and after photo, no applause, just you, showing up, doing something so small, most people wouldn't even count it as progress. Yet this is precisely where the magic lives. Let me paint you a picture. There's someone who dreamed of becoming a reader but never could focus on books. Instead of forcing through chapters, they committed to just 2 pages before bed. 2 pages. Some nights it felt silly. Other nights they wanted to keep going but didn't, staying disciplined to the tiny commitment. After 30 days, they'd finished an entire book without strain. After a year, 15 books sat completed on their shelf. 15 books that wouldn't exist if they'd waited to find time for serious reading. Or consider the person who wanted to be fit but hated gyms. They started by walking to the end of their street and back. That's it. Neighbors probably didn't notice. Their fitness tracker barely registered it. But they did it every day. A week later, they jogged part of the route. A month later, they doubled the distance. A year later, they crossed the marathon finish line, not because they were naturally athletic, but because they never missed their walk. What's your version of walking to the end of the street? The secret isn't in the size of the action, it's in the reliability of showing up, because consistency isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. It's the difference between people who dream and people who do. Not talent, not luck, not perfect conditions. Just showing up, again and again, when nobody's watching and nothing seems to be happening. So, how do you actually make this work? Start by making your new habit absurdly easy. If you want to build a meditation practice, don't commit to 30 minutes, commit to 30 seconds. If you want to start writing, don't aim for 1,000 words, write 1 sentence. If you want to save money, start with 1 coin. Why so small? Because you're not trying to achieve the goal yet. You're trying to become the type of person who shows up. You're building identity, not results. And identity is built through repetition, not intensity. Here's a trick. Attach your tiny new habit to something you already do without thinking. Want to practice gratitude? Think of one thing you're grateful for while your morning coffee brews. Want to stretch? Do it right after you brush your teeth. Your brain loves patterns, so hack the patterns you already have. And celebrate every single time. Did you drink that glass of water? That's a win. Did you write that sentence? You're a writer who showed up today. Your brain releases dopamine for victories, no matter how small. Use that. Think of your habits like a snowball at the top of a mountain. At first, it's barely there. just a handful of packed snow. But as it rolls, it gathers more snow. Slowly at first, then faster, then unstoppably. Months from now, people will look at you and ask, "How did you change so much?" And you'll smile because you know the truth. You didn't change all at once. You changed 1% at a time, day after day, when nobody was watching. Let's get specific about where this applies. In relationships, love isn't sustained by grand gestures. It's built through small moments, actually listening when they talk, saying thank you, sending a thoughtful message, giving a hug without reason. With money, wealth rarely comes from one big score. It comes from saving a little, spending slightly less than you earn, learning one thing about investing at a time. In learning, expertise isn't about cramming. It's about asking one more question, watching one more tutorial, reading one more page. Where's your 1% today? Now, let's talk about the hard part, the plateau. You'll start strong, you'll feel motivated, then a week in, nothing will have changed. 2 weeks in, you'll wonder if it's pointless. A month in, you'll be tempted to quit because the results don't match the effort. This is where most people stop. This is also where everything changes for those who don't. Missing one day won't destroy your progress. Quitting will. If you skip a day, don't spiral into shame. Don't abandon the whole thing. Just start again tomorrow. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about direction. And please, stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Social media shows you everyone's highlight reel, but you don't see their struggles, their setbacks, their days of doubt. You don't see their 1% days when nothing felt impressive. Run your own race. Track your own progress. Be patient with your own timeline. Great things take time, and that's okay. Let's make this actionable right now. Take out your phone or grab a piece of paper. Create 4 categories: health, money, relationships, and learning. Under each, write one micro action so small you'd feel silly not doing it. Health, drink 1 glass of water first thing in the morning. Money, save $1 or coin each day. Relationships, send one genuine message of appreciation to someone who matters. Learning, read 1 page of something that teaches you. Pick one, just one. Commit to it for 30 days. Don't add more. Don't get ambitious. Just do this one tiny thing every single day. Set a reminder. Track it on your calendar. Tell someone about it. Make it real. 30 days from now, you'll look back and be surprised at how far such a small step carried you. If you're still reading, you're already different from most people. You're ready to embrace the quiet revolution of small steps. You understand that you don't need to reinvent your entire life tonight. You just need to take the next small step, and then another, and then another. Your story isn't written in dramatic turning points. It's written in daily decisions, in showing up when it's easier not to, in choosing 1% better when nobody's watching and nothing seems to be happening. The greatest transformations begin with actions so small that most people dismiss them. But you won't, because you understand the secret now. Your 1% today becomes your 100% tomorrow. And that's not just motivation, that's mathematics, that's biology. That's the quiet truth about how extraordinary lives are actually built. So start today, right now. Take your first 1% step, because the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of 1,000 tiny decisions. And it all starts with one.